Just tell everybody who you are.
Okay. Well, my name is Joyce Pope, and I grew up in New Jersey. And my father was a baseball player with the old Philadelphia Athletics, and Connie Mack was their manager.
What was your father's name?
Pete. They called him Pete Hutchinson. And
but his name was William? Yeah.
But nobody knew him as William. They knew him as Pete.
I see.
And he was the supervisor for DuPont DeNumers and Company, smokeless powder. But the Athletics in those years weren't the big team that they turned out to be. And so he played ball with them, in his off time. And one of his best friends was Babe Ruth. And he and his wife used to come and visit. They lived in mainline Philadelphia at the time. They didn't have children. And on weekends when they weren't playing ball, they'd come down on the boat and come to our house and spend the weekend. I never called him Babe. I called him Uncle George. His name is George Herman Ruth.
And you were how old at that time?
I guess I was 6.
Oh, I see.
And then, because when my father played ball, I went to every ball game with him. I was an only child, and I did everything with my dad.
Oh, I see.
But Babe treated me like I was his child.
And that's when he was married to Claire.
Oh, yeah. It's the only wife he ever had.
Oh, I see.
And he spoiled me, He'd take me places. We'd go to movies together on a weekend. He was very nice, but he was an old drunk, and he loved his booze.
Yeah.
And he didn't care who knew it.
Yeah.
He said, when you buy it for me, you can tell me what to drink. He said, as long as it don't involve your money, then don't worry about it.
Yeah.
But he could be as nice as anybody ever. He'd do anything for anybody.
Yeah.
And that story they tell about him going to the hospital and seeing his boy that was so sick. And he told him, how he would point when he was going to hit a home run.
Yeah.
Well, he did that for that boy. And the boy said, don't hit one, I want you to hit 2.
Huh.
And he did that day.
Wow.
And he didn't see that boy anymore till that boy was 22 years old. And one day he went to the ballpark and this boy walked up and he said, Mr. Ruth, he said, I want to shake your hand. And he did. He said, what can I do for you? He said, you don't know who I am, do you? He said, no, son, I don't know. He said, I'm the boy you came to see in the hospital. And he told him his name.
Huh.
Well, he was so excited. So the kid went in the ballpark and waited. And when the game was over, Babe took him to dinner.
Huh.
And they spent hours together just talking.
Wow.
The boy was fine then. He
Yeah.
was cured.
Yeah.
But Babe, that's how he was. Like, he came to our town. I'm from a small town called Pennsgrove.
I've heard of that.
And when he would come, he came one weekend, and him and my dad, they used to go to a speakeasy run by a big black woman.
Yeah.
And they went up there one day, and on the way they saw this woman on the side of the road, and she was crying. So my dad stopped the car, and Babe got out, and he said, what's going on? She said, I don't have any food for my children. She said, and I've been everywhere, and I can't get any help. He said, how old are your children? She said, I think, if I remember right, they were like 14 months and 3 or something like that.
Yeah.
He said, well, where are they now? She said, they're home. Alone? Yeah. He said, well, lady, you can't do that. He says, get in the damn car. So she got in the car, and my dad drove her home. And Babe picked the kids up. They all went to the grocery store. He spent $300 on groceries and odds and ends that they needed. Her electric was turned off, so he paid the electric bill. He went to the electric company, told him to turn it on. And she couldn't pay her rent, so he went to the landlord and he said, look, do you know who I am? He said, yes, sir. He said, then you turn that electric on, and don't you ever turn that off again with those children in there. And that's the way he was. Then they come back and went to the speakeasy, and he got drunk, and he was like, but he was a nice man. He never had anything given to him. He earned everything he had.
Those are some great stories.
Yeah, I loved it when he came. He was so funny, and we just had the best times, you know.
And you met some other well-known.
Oh, yeah, I met all the ball players.
That-
Ted Williams was one of my favorites. He was such a nice man. But they were all nice, you know. It's not like these young kids today. They were all seasoned ball players, and they knew what they were doing. And they were very, but I loved it. I'd go with my dad and sit on the bench, you know.
Wow.
And they took care of me. They all looked after me. You know? But it was fun. I enjoyed it.
Did you say you met Jackie Robinson?
Yep, I met Jackie Robinson. He was having a hard time when we met him. My dad brought him home one day, and he wasn't married then.
Yeah.
He came in, had dinner with us, and see, up there, we didn't have any problems with the black people, because I went to school with him all my life, you know, and we just never had a problem with that. So that he would come to our house and visit. When he was getting married, he brought his girlfriend over there one time. But he was a nice kid. He was a kid, too. And then some of the other managers I met, I can't remember their names, but I can't remember all the ball players either. I saw Todd Cobb one time.
Wow.
And everybody thought he and Babe hated each other. They were the best of friends. And when Todd got sick, you know, with that disease.
That was Lou Gehrig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Babe was right there.
Yeah.
You know. Now, I never saw him. I wish I had. He was around, but I never got to see him. I was at the ballpark the day he quit, Lou Gehrig.
Wow.
I remember that.
No kidding.
But, and then, so then Babe and Claire, he said, I've got to change my ways, he said one weekend. He says to my dad, I want a little girl, he says, but I don't want a baby. I want a girl that I can take to the ballpark like Joyce goes with you. So he went down to Salem County. He applied, and then they adopted a girl. She was 9 years old when they adopted her. I forget her name. It's been so long ago.
Claire had her own daughter, though, didn't she?
Yeah.
She's still alive.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, or she was.
He loved her, but she lived with her dad most of the time. You know, she'd switch, but Babe loved her. He treated her like a queen, and she loved him. But, and then they adopted a boy after that. So they would come down on the boat and bring the kids, you know, and it was you'd have thought they'd been a family for years and years, you know.
It was their boat.
No, it was an excursion boat that came from Philadelphia down to Pennsgrove.
I see.
And then instead of driving, they'd just get on the boat and come down, and then we'd pick them up at the end of Main Street. We lived on Main Street.
That's
Daddy'd
pretty
go
cool.
pick them up.
Yeah.
And then the last time I saw him is when I was outside messing with my bicycle, and I looked up and I saw Babe and Claire walking down the street. And I went in and I said, Daddy, here comes Uncle George and Aunt Claire. He said, you're crazy. They didn't call. I said, well, they're coming. They're almost here. Well, he had a heavy coat on, and his neck was wrapped. He had his throat operation. Couldn't talk. He had that button, but he still couldn't talk. So he came in, and Claire said, well, I'll tell you what he wants to say to you, Pete. She said, this is the last